The African king who built a modern nation. How Haile Selassie shaped Ethiopia's destiny. In the heart of Africa, there rose a king whose vision went beyond his throne. A man who dared to modernize his ancient empire while defending its dignity against foreign invaders. His name was Haile Selassie I, the Emperor of Ethiopia, a leader remembered as both the Lion of Judah and the father of modern Ethiopia. Born Tafari Makanan in 1892, he was the son of a noble family with close ties to Emperor Menelik II. Tafari was not destined for power by birthright alone. He earned his way through intelligence, diplomacy, and leadership. In 1930, after years of service as regent, Tafari was crowned emperor with the name Haile Selassie, meaning might of the Trinity. His coronation was attended by leaders from across the world, symbolizing Ethiopia's growing presence on the global stage. Selassie's reign was marked by bold reforms. He introduced Ethiopia's first written constitution in 1931, limiting absolute monarchy and creating a parliament. He championed education, building schools, universities, and sending young Ethiopians abroad to study. Under his leadership, Addis Ababa transformed into a true modern capital, with paved roads, hospitals, and government institutions. Selassie also strengthened the military, understanding that Ethiopia needed both modernization and defense in a rapidly changing world. But Ethiopia's destiny was soon tested. In 1935, Mussolini's Italy invaded, seeking to make Ethiopia part of its colonial empire. Despite fierce resistance, the Italians used chemical weapons and overwhelming force. Selassie was forced into exile, but he did not remain silent. In 1936, he stood before the League of Nations in Geneva, delivering a historic speech. "It is us today. It will be you tomorrow." His words were a warning about the rise of fascism, and though the world ignored him then, history proved him right. In 1941, with the help of Ethiopian patriots and allied forces, Selassie triumphantly returned to his throne, becoming a global symbol of resistance against oppression. Selassie's influence extended far beyond Ethiopia. He became a champion of African unity, supporting independence movements across the continent. In 1963, Addis Ababa hosted the founding of the Organization of African Unity, OAU, today's African Union. Ethiopia was no longer just an ancient kingdom, it was a leader in Africa's future. For millions across the Atlantic, Haile Selassie became more than a king. In Jamaica, followers of the Rastafarian movement hailed him as the Messiah, the living symbol of African pride and dignity. Though Selassie himself never claimed divinity, his presence inspired a global movement that celebrated Black identity, resistance, and spirituality. But every reign has its shadows. By the 1970s, Ethiopia faced famine, poverty, and growing unrest. Critics argued that Selassie's reforms had not gone far enough. In 1974, a military coup known as the Derg ended his reign. The emperor who had once been the face of African independence was quietly removed from power. A year later, he died in mysterious circumstances. Yet history remembers Haile Selassie not just for his fall, but for his vision. He was the king who tried to bridge tradition and modernity, the leader who stood before the world to defend his people, and the monarch who laid the foundations of a modern Ethiopian state. To this day, his voice still echoes, a reminder of the struggle for dignity, freedom, and unity in Africa. This is the story of Haile Selassie I, the African king who built a modern nation and shaped Ethiopia's destiny. Stories like this remind us of the strength of Africa's past. If you believe the world should hear more, join us on Africo Multimedia, where culture lives and legends never die. This has been Africo Multimedia, telling the untold stories of Africa's culture, history, and beauty. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more African stories.